Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another RGL cast. My name is Jarrett, and I'm here with Uni to bring you guys Invite 6's Season 6, Week 3A, Global Clan Fire versus Cat Posse. Going into the first mid, spam going back and forth. Actually, Kurama is a little bit slow. Nomi trying to put some spam onto the enemy team. Gonna have to make sure the red Doman eats an arrow to be able to survive continually in this mid fight, but things a little bit slow paced. No slaughter bombs that are high right off the bat, except we do have Toss going and making a lot of space in the sewer, jumping on Ali, able to collect that kill, but gonna sacrifice his life for it. Blue Soldier taking the crate, getting a lot of good damage on, but taking some fire himself, will die, and that is Skelly down. Both soldiers down for the blue side as the red team are taking the positioning across the point and getting into the choke. Nomi is dead, and 3 players left alive on the side of the blue team. Gonna go ahead and back up. So that is a sniper dead for the red team and an opening for the blue team to start making their move. Ali jumping in, getting a lot of damage on the toss. Skelly falling as well, and that's a lot of aggression to get a lot of damage, but not any kills at all. Yeah, Kerr's gonna die. Uber Exchange comes out, no damage for the post fight, so it's gonna be on Yum Yum is able to get the sap off, and it's gonna be a little bit. Oh, he has the amp, he headshots him, but the soldier coming back is gonna be able to get the back cap.
I actually like what they did. They kind of baited them in and got a possible force on the medic, and they might actually get time to get Ray Uber. Uber does come in out of GCF. Ray's at 98, 99, 99.
Oh my god. Very, very slim margins. Only a couple people left alive for the side of the red team, but it's just crumbling. There's so many weak players on blue, but none of them are dying fast enough to toss. Last player left alive, unable to get to the point. That was a very, very slim margin, Uber, but boy, did it make them find success and get the first round on the board. It seems like the high ground control is a little bit in favor of the blue team. Initiation coming in, Toss is going to die, so that's 1 player down for the red team. A lot of weak players on the side of the red team as well, just besides him, but it seems like it's going to be the blue players that are dropping in kinds of 4v4. Red team has control of the high ground. Seems like blue team is playing around their pack, making sure they're A-okay in the health department. Yum Yum over on the sideline, getting allies, so that's 1 pick advantage for the side of the red team. Well, trying to see if they can make it a one-for-one trade, but it seems like he is going to be left in the dust. Not without taking Shining Star on his way out, though. Now, blue team has an opportunity to go in. Soldiers bombing in really high in the sky, taking control over the crates. Kura is very meek, gonna have to get popped on by Ray. Trying to get the force out of the blue medic. Virtual is gonna counter pop. Shining Star pop, but the area is gonna die. So 3 players down. 4 on the side of the red team have to get the hell out of dodge. Ray taking a lot of damage. Pipe across the map. Nomi hitting that and making sure that medic is not able to escape out of mid. So good positioning for the side of the blue team. They're continuing on. They're still pushing into the next point. A lot of damage onto them, but Sally is gonna fall, fighting off a little bit more than he can chew. And
yeah, Nomi taking a bunch of damage immediately. Murder's actually down low 2 now.
To 2 HP.
They gotta get out. Ray gets run down by 12.
Sidelined around the side of the rock.
Yeah, Toss is gonna get cleaned up too. They're just getting destroyed. Kurama's getting run down too. Virgil does get cleaned up by KTB and Sewer, so that is a shining little moment, but yeah, everyone gets cleaned up.
Not necessarily an Ubrad, but a Devil Bomb coming to Nomi. He's just in the thick of it. A-okay with giving up his life for some space, but they're losing so many players.
They're gonna kill. Oh, Skelly beeps the rocket.
We just talked about using too many resources for what you're trying to go for, and they didn't even get what they're going for.
Yeah, this is about as good as an opportunity as you can ask for. The Sentry Gun is just now getting built. They still have their Uber they have not used yet. Skelly is just now spawning. They still have not used it. Finally does come out. Virgil and Ali are both incredibly low. He does get cleaned up. Only 1 kill so far. It's kind of devolving now. Virgil's dead. KTB does get cleaned up. Yum Yum blow up for dead. Animus could save this. It looks like he might. Oh, it's Animus. Nomi versus a scout and a medic.
Yeah, you want to play this slow because you have a medic, but you can't because the respawners and Animus coming out on top, at least for now, and able to collect that medic track. That was really unfortunate. Got a sniper for the side of the red team. There is no gun, so 2-man's galore can happen, although Animus getting picked off in lobby seems like a little bit of a grinder. Ali jumping in through 2, not going to find anything, or maybe it was one I didn't quite see, but Ray taking a little bit of damage. Pack is going to be up, and Skelly dying as well, getting sniped, and that's 3 players left alive for the side of the blue team. Blow taking a lot of damage, is going to die as well. Toss is going to get arrowed up, but at the end of the day, 2 players stuck in sewer, and they're medic and devil. That is not what you want to see. Virgil not using for Nomi, knowing that there are respawners coming in at the very last second. Definitely a very greedy play that works out, trying to put some damage, but the immediate counter pop coming from the side of the blue team. Kura getting juggled a little bit, has to be careful, getting backed up just a tiny bit, getting on their own too. Soldier bombing in, trying to create some space. Ray is just in the thick of it, barely surfing, staying alive, and it's going to be the blue soldiers that give up their life to not find anything in return. So now Cat Posse, once again, in a decent position to start pushing this choke and getting their way back into mid, especially with Animus and Whelp still rolling out. Whelp dying, actually. Maybe go for a sack themselves. Ali seems like he's next up. Trying to go for a sack. Gonna get air shot, though. Immediately denied. Not gonna find any success there. 1-for-1 trades. Toss, he's taking his turn. Trying to go for Whelp, and air shot once again. Air shots galore. No medics forced for now.
As I say that, though, Toss goes in. He is gonna get cleaned up. So it's 5v5. KTB is gonna...
Oh, the drop! soldiers jumped in, just enough space made, and Yum continue to go on getting another kill, making sure that there's no space. Ali has a little bit of distraction because they were looking about popping the demo up in the air, trying to get on the Ray, but not quite there. Wolf was not quite in sync as well,
Ray's 21 health, does not want to use.
Bring around the Rosie, but at the end of the day, still alive, still does not use.
The only problem is them having a sniper, but Wolf is still down, so it's essentially the 5v5 with the sniper. They're just going to play the point.
If no gun, just immediately go to that point right off the bat. Easy cap time, very clean round.
GCF for taking left aggression really fast, actually. Really good damage. Ray, Kurma, and Shining Star all really low. Skelly does get cleaned up, but Shining Star immediately traded as well. And I think Posse just have to give this up. I don't think there's a... Yeah, they're all out.
Yeah, especially with no scouts on process. Golden Gunfire did a pretty decent job at making sure that they had a distraction and a pinch. But speaking of pinch, KTB putting enough damage onto Virgil so that Kura is able to collect that kill. And it seems like the execution of them pushing into 2 was not quite enough to keep their medic alive. Nice air shot from Toss on Ali, stuffing that, trying to keep Ray alive. Wolf was the last person there. The last shot that he gets is able to collect that frag. So despite them losing Virgil on their initiation into 2, Wolf coming in clutch at the very end to make sure that Ray falls as well. Toss is looped around behind.
Yeah.
He could jump in and do a giant pinch. Yeah, bombing in, trying to do some sort of sandwich play. Gonna be a little bit of distraction. A lot of damage to Virgil. A nice direct rock from KTB around the side of the crate, able to collect that frag, trying to make sure that this blue team is shuffled away. This midpoint stays there. Ali gonna fall on the sideline. Soldier bombing in, trying to collect the kill onto KTB. Animus in the thick of it, trying to collect any kill he can. Maybe the scouts, maybe the medic, but they're tucked away inside sewer. Yep, it's dwindling, but there's still an opportunity to go in, getting some damage on the gun as they pop through, able to cut that down, getting some time on the point. Soldier bombing in, keeps damage on the scout, and able to get flashed up. Both soldiers on the point. Yum is gonna fall, but Ali's gonna fall as well, giving his life for that. A lot of damage and a lot of cap time, but the cap time reigns supreme. That is a collected round for Posse. Very good job. Could be it for this half, depending on how things go. Toss immediately getting sent to the grinder in the middle of the air, trying to bomb on Akura. Both soldiers able to get a little bit of damage, but no kills in that regard. But that's not what you want to see if you're a Global Gunfire fan. But they are able to get KTB, so no soldiers on the field for this mid fight. You know, height advantage, kind of similar in both regards. A lot of damage on Shining, though. Have to be careful. Yep, Shining is going to fall, so that's one play advantage for the side of the blue team. And it seems like the disconnect there at the later end of that fight. Red team now have an opportunity to poke around. Demo Man a little bit weak, have to get healed up, but Toss going for a fast roll just like Ali, and also in the same vein, eating a trap.
The solution might be, well, as I say that, Skelly bombs in.
Oh my god.
Oh my mid-air combo.
And he dies to the crater. That is a pick and a half, and that's a very nice one at that. No Demo Man. KTB is behind a little bit. Have to be careful. Gonna get cleaned up. Yum going for a big flank at mid, so there's less people around on 2. Might come into play a little bit later, but Ali sees him, so it's gonna be caught up in a 1v1. Uber's not quite exchanged yet. It seems like they might want to go back for Yum instead, going to collect that free kill to make sure the longevity of the fight stays their way. But this Animus and Yunomi are just staying in the thick of it. They're not getting punished either. Just in grass, and it seems like Toss is gonna fall. Uber exchange has not come out yet. Ali bombing in a Ray.
Runs at the soldier. He's on the...
Will force the medic.
Yeah, and he might kill KTB and roll out here too. He's in a good position. He trades. That's perfectly fine. All of a sudden, it's just Shining Star caught out. It is just Ray against a full Uber disadvantage. Yum does spawn, but this, I'm thinking this is the round.
This is a crumble and a half, able to get this force. Just a Demo Man for now, but soldiers are coming into this to collect these kills, and that last was definitely a byproduct of the red team being indecisive on 2.
Kurma gets run down by Animus. Ellie immediately gets cleaned up, so it is a 5v5. Skelly gets cleaned up as well, but Welp is up on high ground. He couldn't toss Ray. He takes down Shining Star. He's taunting. His med's dead. Yeah. He's taunting.
Well, he's confident, and it kind of just comes down to who's going to show up more the day of the match. And so far, it seems like it's pretty even. Pretty even.
I mean, they played Froyo Tech, which, yes, it's Froyo Tech. They were able to get around 4-1 on Froyo, and that's nothing to sneeze at.
I would not be surprised if the match feels like it's a little bit faster, just because the teams are finally able to figure out what they want to change in regards to the sacks. KTB taking the crate, getting bombed by Ali, solar bomb coming from Toss. Like I said, landing onto Virgil, who's already weak immediately, not able to surf that. 1 rocket, 1 kill. So in choke is the red team. They have collected the red medic, so they can play this a little bit slow, heal up, and try to poke around, but they're playing safe to make sure they don't get pinched themselves. They know IT is open, and that's brought them back to their own 2. Animus kind of poke around, not spotted quite yet. Could go for a flank play onto Ray, trying to work their way in and able to collect that kill. So very, very nice play, yeah.
They are coming through. They haven't committed with Uber. Yum could do something huge. And there you go.
Oh, the sniper play. That's a drop for the side of Virgil. So very unfortunate for the blue push.
And Nomi dead as well.
immediately in shambles is this push. 3 players left alive, 2 soldiers, Skelly going for a solo play, but gonna be able to hit the surf is Ray, be a-okay at the end of the day. Ali trying to fall off, not quite in position early on, able to get a little bit of damage, but not quite enough to force Ray. Well, coming in as well, 3rd string player coming in, 3rd person, 3rd sack, but not collecting anything as well.
Look at the Uber advantage, it's only 10%. Cat Posse want to go in. I don't think they know they've basically lost it.
Yeah, they played it pretty slow, and that's going to punish them. The blue Uber is in play, trying to get onto the point, able to collapse onto these red players. Very weak, trying to escape through 5. Seems like Nomi is going to, or Kura is going to get chased down. Same with the red scout in Yum Yum. Will eventually get cleaned up on the side of. No, they missed. All right, Caster's Curse. Yum Yum gets out with 7 HP, so only 1 kill. And Virgil is going to die from the initial. Oh, that was such a distraction. That's going to give them a little bit of opening to have some targeting instead of the gun itself. Immediately bombing the demo in onto the left side, trying to get some damage, but only going to be able to lock up the spawn. A little bit of cap time. Blue team corralled over on the right side. Chris is in play 100%. Gonna go off. Skelly trying to shoot some rockets from Virgil. Immediately falling. Defending the point at least a little bit for now, but
Nomi's insane.
Last one left alive. Getting a lot of damage and some kills, but not quite enough to prevent the red team from collecting that cap. Not quite ending here yet. Soldier's bomb immediately clashing into the air. Bombing over to this left side is the red team, taking over the enemy team sewer, collecting all the kills, and there's only 2 players left alive for the side of the blue team. Trying to collect Nomi in the side of IT is Johnny Star able to get that kill. Yum Yum collecting the other, and that is going to be all she wrote. I guess a little bit of miscommunication there. They have a crit and a spy that hasn't happened yet. Ray is gonna drop though. Very unfortunate. I guess it was never called.
Oh my god, Skelly might just roll Shining Star too.
KTB collecting some distraction as well. Oh yeah, immediately. They know what's up. Yep.
KTB went in too.
And Kura's still in the thick of it.
No, he's gonna get out for now at least. But the flank comes in. It's just Kurma at 47, jumping away. He's on the back. Him and his medic are getting rolled. And it's a wipe.
Back-to-back greed. Immediately on the point, Uber coming in, although probably not necessary. Actually, they're not going to finish off the cap, even though they probably could have. They're going to get blocked by a heavy who's in the thick of it, but not enough players left alive, just Yum Yum and Ray, and that was a crumble and a half. That was, once again, we have Gold Gunfire kind of playing their backs to the side of the sewer, rotating around. A lot of damage with the Ray. Ray's not going to be able to continue to be in this fight. Nomi getting very deep, very greedy, trying to collect his meta kill, and actually just going to feed and not be able to collect it at the end of the day, so randomly, Doman down for the side of the blue team. Gonna keep red team a little bit in this as well, but Ray, once again, extremely weak, not unable to heal a lot of these players that are in trying to fight without, you know, accidentally dying herself. So it's gonna be really difficult for the red team to continue to stay in this and fight just because of how hurt Ray gets over and over and over again.
Yeah, it was such a sketchy mid for both teams. GCF were actually taking more damage, but Ray was like 10 health the entire mid. Great pipes on Daly.
Current getting a little bit aggressive, trying to put down some decent traps. Have to be careful though. Shining's gonna eat the headshot instead, so no scouts. Like IT is gonna be the play, and they have an opening to work with, but it seems like Yum Yum gonna be able to kill Bulp. So 1-for-1 trade.
Yum Yum is able to peek a little bit through choke, kind of almost for free. There are sticks, but and yeah, then that happens.
Seems like IT is still the play. They're kind of.
No one's looked at it. He sees Virgil.
Oh my god, he gets the shot. I think Ali was too afraid.
Really good damage onto the scout up top, actually. No kills, no cap.
This is the KTB freeze. KTB's out the server, too. There's no soldier here for this post fight, which is really bad. Is this if they lost someone in the middle of their push? So only 2 players left alive for the side of the red team. That is very unfortunate timing.
Look where Yum Yum is, by the way. What? Good try.
Yeah, valiant effort, valiant effort. But tossed in a very tricky hiding spot above IT, trying to go for a bomb, not seen until the very last second. 2 rockets onto Virgil, and Animus dying as well. That is quite the bomb and quite the kill collection for the side of Cat Posse.
Skelly gets airshot, trying to jump in on the counter. This is horrible for GCF. They don't really have anyone in a position to make anything happen right now. Well, like it.
In any attempt to try to achieve anything on your own too, so
they're pretty much. It looks like they want to fight this.
Yeah, they're trying to go in.
Nomi's dead. Ali's dead. Oh, that's the round.
Oh, they had a pinch play where they could send people through IT, but it seems like the execution was just not quite there. I don't think they were quite shooting the same thing, and those IT people weren't even buffed as well. So yeah, that's the round of a valiant effort to try to go for something with when you have players behind, but that's a round for Cat Posse. Taking some crate presence on top of the red crate, but nothing to really write home about. Just something they want to commit.
KTB.
Until now, KTB and
they're
going in.
Virgil.
Virgil standing in the air, 11 HP, not quite cleaned up yet though. Inside sewer, no scout went forward, and it seems like it's relatively okay for the side of Cat Posse, not really finding too much. They're just taking this 4v3, and Nomi's just going to be stuck
because
they
hit the air shot, please.
Oh,
He's
Skelly's
alive.
in though, off the
Fight
distraction.
Demo.
Skelly gets the force because of the distraction of the demo just in the air. He will eventually die though, so getting 2 for an Uber, it's not super great. It's not what you really want to see.
Immediately though, he kills himself. Great rocket on the bluff actually. The force does come out. Shining Star and Toss. 2 for an Uber. Again, literally just what you said.
Tried to do something, didn't really work out, but Kura overextending just a little bit. Gonna have to get forced.
Scout?
Yeah.
No, they have to do a flash.
So much damage onto the red players though. This is a very nice Uber coming from the blue team, finding so many players.
Great
grouped
bomb
up.
from Alley.
Stuck in
Alley's
one.
behind him. They're all looking at him. It's just a scout and 2 soldiers. I think they know where every single one of these players are. They don't know about KTP, but now they do. He's gonna get just spammed out.
Nice
And
rockets onto
KTP
Animus.
is Shining Star.
First
Wait,
pop in the air.
dead?
Toss. What is happening right now? Both soldiers very weak for the side of the blue team. Alley, 1 HP, bombing in onto the demo is KTB, able to get a little bit of damage, gonna sacrifice his life at the end of the day though. So back and forth, no scouts for the side of the blue team, gonna hurt them in the long run, and that is going to definitely prompt the red team to start poking and prodding, especially with that Skelly death that happened very late into this fight.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Nomi might be caught. Oh, he's so hurt. He's dead. That's huge.
Blup has gotten behind at IT for this eventual, what I kind of assume is Uber exchange, post-Uber fight.
Great damage on a Ray, actually.
Yep, gonna get the force, be in a good position to get this force and get out. And it seems like they're definitely playing the safe.
Soldier in.
All the way up,
Tosses
Soldier
in.
going in, up top of the high ground. Urgel in a really weird spot.
Both soldiers for it.
The rest of Global on Fire is backed up pretty well. KTB getting high ground, a little bit of lag. Bluff getting shot into the air, is gonna die to fall damage. So no scouts alive for this eventual exchange that might happen depending on how things go. They're still in the thick of it. Nomi taking a lot of damage, getting forced, and it seems like indecision from Global on Fire is kind of biting them at the end of the day. No scouts for this post-Uber, and Spray hasn't even used. So many of them are collapsing, and what could have been a good opportunity for Global on Fire to tie things up with 2 minutes left. Things have gone awry. Skelly going in behind, putting his aggression out, but just dying right off the bat. Immediately going in, trying to get onto the 12th once again. Cap time going in. Sticky set on the point, collecting as much as they can, including players and cap time. Alley last breath, shoots a rocket onto the point, but that is it. And that was a very interesting last round, but regardless, that is a 1 match for the side of Cap Posse.